Hi, I still remember my topics which has been taught to me when I was in schooling. And at the same time, my other friend who was never interested in the topics. Do you know why it is happening such with us? Is it because the topics are not good? Whether they are not interesting? No, not at all. See, by default, one of the great scholars said that let us add date, but a good person can make it live. Yes, today I'm going to share the qualities where the teacher should have. Teachers are the ones who gives the life, or gives life to the dead words or dead letters. So today I'm going to share with you the top 10 qualities of a good teacher, and these are the qualities which I have plugged from each and every teacher from whom I have learned and am today expressing in front of you. So let's dive into the top 10 qualities which a teacher should have, where she or he can make an impact on student. Now let's see one by one. So the qualities first. First quality, it's simplification. We all love simplification, right? Earlier we used to, have the computers, the large big computers, but now the calculations, can be happen on the fingertips. We can order using mobile. That is called simplification. Yes, the same role will be played by the teachers. Each and every topic which she is teaching or which he is teaching to the students, it has been simplified in such a way that student needs to digest, will digest in easily. So this is the power of simplification. The next quality is all about walk the talk. Yes, every great leader who we have seen, who has evolved, they have this quality. At the same time, the teacher should, not should, must, every teacher must have the walk the talk. Because do you know why walk the talk is most important? Because in this universe, we, the teachers, only the teachers are followed blindly by by the students and the society, because teacher is the backbone, because they are the creators. They create tomorrow's citizens. So whatever they are teaching to the students, or whatever the teacher is teaching, first it should imbibe in the teachers. It should resonate, or it should be there in their life. Let's get into the next quality. Next is the mission. Yes, teaching is a profession, you know where every teacher should have a mission. What's the legacy she is going to leave? Okay, once she left that school, the legacy. Next, shows the right path. Yes, to show the right path, she should be a master of her craft. you know until unless if I'm not a master of a path, or of my craft, I cannot you know show the path to my students. When I design a path, a student will walk on it without any hassle. So that's a quality a teacher must have. The next fifth quality is bitter love. Yes, I do still remember a beat with the scale on my hands, which I, you know, my teacher, hit on my hand when I was in the third class, in my third standard. I was, I was good at studies, but I was a bit naughty. So at that time, teacher never wanted me to get diverted from that path. of being a good student. So at that time, she showed a bitter love. Yes, sometimes a bitter love is much required to show towards their students, but for the betterment of them. Next, personal. Yes, this is a quality which I have learned from my mentor, whom I'm following now. Yes, he resonates with me. I resonate with him. The way he teaches, the way he expresses his words, the way he expresses his, teachings. Really, I like feel like implementing the things. You know, that's the power of personal. When a teacher becomes a personal, because the reason, because every student what the teacher teaches, like it's not what we are teaching, it's all about how we are teaching. Every student is not the same. Every student is unique. A student, we don't know from where he comes. A student comes from a different background. A student comes from a rich background, and a student comes from a, you know from a background where the parents work hard for their like livelihood. So a mentality differs. So when the teachers moves into that way, like it happens when teachers start being a person. So being personal is the way where we start understanding the students. We start understanding the minds of our students. Yes. The next quality. Yes. Kingmakers. Teaching is the only profession. It's the only one noble profession where we are not going to become a king, but we wholeheartedly are the kingmakers. The best example of a kingmakers are the Lord Krishna and the Chanakya. They never you know had a thought to become a king, but they always strived to make a kings. So this heart should, like this kind of a attitude, this kind of a greediness of making a kingmakers, a kind of a quality should have. The next quality is way of teaching. Yes, it's not again what we are teaching, it's way how we are teaching. Okay, because a student will remember you by not what you are teaching, but how you are teaching, the way you are teaching, the way tactics, the way the simplified the things that comes into the way of teaching. And the next big quality is the engagement. Yes, the engagement. Education should not be a one way, it should be a two ways. Whatever we are teaching, we like when we create an engagement. Okay, when we start, pulling the response from the students, that is the education where we can you know create an impact. Student will have an impact on the studies what he is. So it happens only by the engagement. Now we have moved into the digital world. Okay, post pre-covid, it was all about the classrooms, but once the covid hit to the world, the dynamics has changed to the way we are teaching. It's all about the engagement, because a student is learning using digital platform, and the teacher has to start teaching through digital platform. And the adaptation we have adapted to the online education. So engagement makes an important role in this. So you can create an engagement by creating videos. You can start creating engagement using YouTube videos. Either you can take a class on Zoom, or you can create a slides. Yes, these are the different ways of engaging, where students get engaged, they love, because students are learning from YouTube. Why? Because the engagement created by the YouTuber, or the engagement created by a human being sitting somewhere in the world, but still students are learning, right? This is the best example that this Technology is making a big impact in the education world. The last but not the least, that is the result oriented. Yes, every teacher should be result oriented. Result oriented means, is it only about the marks? No, not at all. It is about, the kind of results or kind of impact a student creates when he enters into this world after, learning the things from the teacher. The way he is going to, run the society, or the way he going to behave with the society. That happens when teacher has a result oriented. The result oriented is not in terms of money, but in terms of, the right education. So this every teacher should have. So these are the top qualities of a teacher: the simplification, walk the talk, mission, show the right path, bitter love, personal. He or she should be a kingmaker, way of learning, engagement, and result oriented. Now, if you want to be a community, okay, if you want to be a community of, you know, the great teachers where all we together can create an impact on the students, okay, with our education, then I have created a group for the teachers where we all together discuss the new things, what's happening here. So we have a great engagement over here. So you can search for digital educators mastermind, search in FB, that is on Facebook. I also posted a link in the description of this video. So just copy that and join my group, where we together, let's change the world and let's create a digital education, okay, and impactful. Thank you.